Alright, welcome to another Boulevard Paperfight video. This one is actually, I guess, an analysis video. So some of you may know that basically we did a Quixxle Stone episode on Help from Future Self the other week, and I bought a Quixxle Stone deck, one that I thought was pretty badass from my man Mediator J. It was absolutely fantastic dealing with him through the process. I met him before in real life at a vault tour, and if you see him selling decks, I recommend buying from him. He does a really fantastic job. So I'm not going to do my normal analysis. This is more talking about why I liked this as a Quixxle Stone deck. So first off, I really liked the bonus icons. There's a lot of capture in this, and yeah, and draws as well. And with all the capture, the thing that's great is there's a Scrivener Fabian, so that's really cool. So just gonna kind of let you peruse as I go through all the extra icons here. Here's the Quixxle Stone. Oh, I forgot, it also has Transporter Platform. Something that's pretty neat for a Quixxle Stone deck, I think. So why I like this deck. So first off, there's creature count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. So I wouldn't say it's a low creature count, but I wouldn't call it high either. But for a Quixxle Stone deck, it's on the upper end of the max you absolutely want for sure. So that's why I like that. But the other thing was the pips. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pips. So that's a good number for a Quixxle Stone deck, so I like that. And then the other things that I really liked about this was the fact that there's the Dark Minion Cleansing Wave in here. The Implosions, so that helps me control my board, especially when there's something like Inspector to make them purge something out of their hand. Although you have to think about this sometimes with the Quixxle Stone, if they're clogging their hand, sometimes you help them, but also it's just good for that disruption. I love that. Markadis again in Quixxle Stone decks. I think being able to control the house your opponent can call, which I don't think existed. No, Snag. So I think that's really potent in something like this. And then of course, Waking Nightmare just for the key increase. And then Skixuno is a really big part of it, because sometimes no matter what happens, you just need to reset that board, and having this is amazing. Not to mention Transporter Platforms, you can just lift and drop again. I really like that aspect. Soul Fiddle is also great in a Quixxle Stone thing, because if you're raging a creature they can't reap. Ardent Hero provides the taunt, and the non-damage factor is really cool. Grey Rider is excellent, especially with a Baldric. I really like these two together. And then of course, having that scaling Ember control here with Bring Low ×2 is amazing. Fabian, I think one of the best mutants in terms of giving an ability to icons. I really like this. Of course, again, Spirit's Way, dealing with a board if it gets out of hand and needing to help yourself catch up and really do what you need to do. I find this is a really great card, especially if you have big creatures and your opponent has small creatures. You can actually wipe your big creatures and make it so that there's an imbalance to allow you to play other creatures, which I think is also important. Now here's the thing that really made me like this deck, and it was Master of the Gray. So if your opponent's not getting icons, bonus icons in any way, that means no Ember, no capture, no damage. If none of that's happening and you're not allowing them to play creatures, you're making them have really inefficient turns. And that is the reason why I really like this deck. It was the Master of the Gray Quixxle combo. Now we have this as well, Access Denied, stopping things from reaping. Really handy when you're in that Quixxle Stone lock. Obviously Chan's great. Little Ember control, key cost control. This is great for cycling through your deck. I really like this because if you notice the board is going a certain way and you just want to get those cards that have Ember pips on it, this can be a great way of cycling through that. And of course, Particle Sweep is always great, and it's got the extra bonus pip, which is awesome. John Cargo, I still don't know how I feel about this card, but it's just in this. And then of course the Quixxle. So this is why I really like this deck. I think the Dis is really powerful in here. Some of the things it can do, but it's actually, you get on board with the Sanctum that you're going to be utilizing, and then you just have kind of the Star Alliance for little Transporter Platform nonsense, cycling, that sort of thing. But it's really the Sanctum is I think the heart of this deck. So that pretty much wraps up this Quixxle Stone deck and why I really like it. It's just, I think it's a really neat one. I wouldn't call this like top tier, but it's something I would definitely want to bring to my local scene that I feel would be a competitive deck, in that it's not like a Vault Tour necessarily competitive. I still need to get more reps with it, but I really like it. It has the characteristics I want in a Quixxle Stone deck, which is you don't necessarily need to play a ton of creatures. So I do like that aspect of it. And then there's also the side of it as well that the deck is just fun. Like, I really enjoy playing it, and I think that's a really big importance of it. And there's certain decks that are really good you have that I would like not want to bring to a local scene because they are oppressively good, unless there was like some crazy tournament with an amazing prize, or it's like, you know, a prime, something like that. I would not bring certain decks, like my Dab deck, for example. But this one is something I would not be hesitant to bring and know that it could put in some work and be a lot of fun to play. And those always have to be considered. So I hope you like this kind of going into a Quixxle Stone deck and why I chose this one and why I liked it. Yeah, I didn't want to keep cracking decks trying to find a Quixxle Stone deck because I thought just get one on the market and find one that has things that I like. But this one is literally, it's transporter platform with Quixxle Stone and being able to have the Master of the Gray. I think that's really cool. And honestly, the bring lows were a really huge selling point for me as well. Less scaling Ember control here. So that's that for this video. I hope you liked it and it gave you some insight of some more into the Quixxle Stone. This is almost like a follow-up for me from that Help from Future Self episode. I literally ordered this like right after we recorded it. And yeah, it's time to just share that with you. So hope everyone has a fantastic day. Tomorrow I will be putting out the Key Thoughts video, episode 2. So as always, everyone, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.